Hey YouTubers, good morning, it's Robb Moffett. Guys, today we're going to talk about the problem of decluttering, the 10 most common ways people use to declutter, and the method I came up with I think is going to work for me. I haven't heard anybody else talk about that. I think is one of the best ones I've ever heard. Before we begin talking about decluttering and the problem of decluttering, can we just take a brief moment to think about what a wonderful problem in our lives it is to have too much stuff? Like, if that is a big problem in our life, what a blessed life we really lead, and how much gratitude and how grateful I am to be in a situation where this is a problem for me. It's truly a blessing. But it also is a problem. I've had the problem of too much clutter, and I've tried several times. It didn't. The last time I tried serious decluttering was January 2020, right before the pandemic started. The method I was trying at the time was to focus on one type of item, a category. And I had focused on the clothes. I got rid of all my old clothes. I did a lot of my paperwork, and I was starting my books when the pandemic started, and things were getting crazy and people were getting frightened. And I was thinking to myself, maybe we're going to have maybe we're going to have the zombie apocalypse and I need all my stuff. Maybe when the zombie apocalypse comes, I'll need these duck hunting shoes and this 18-foot folding shrimp net. Maybe I'll need 19 soup spoons and I never have one visitor at a time. So I had all my books I was getting ready to get rid of. I had 4 boxes. That was 2020. In a couple of days, it'll be 2025. I still have those 4 boxes in my bedroom full of books because I was worried. Maybe I could burn them. I looked on Google, can you burn books for firewood? So I've tried different things. It didn't work. So I'm in the process of decluttering again, and I hit upon a way that I think is going to be perfect for me, and it's working so far, and I thought we'd talk about it. But first, let's go over the 10 different ways that normal people use and have used in the past. First of all, a lot of people, for best way is just start very, very small, get a timer, do 15 minutes, and then if you can't do 15 minutes, that do 5. But just every day, start doing a tiny bit and focus on just the time. And that helps a lot of people. You also have the second method people use is focus on a certain space. Maybe you do the kitchen, maybe you do the garage, and just focus on that space, because when you do that, you quickly can see some progress and gain momentum. And that's one of the best things you can have when you're trying to declutter is you can actually see some progress. So it gives you hope and you continue on. Another method people use, they use the 3-box method. They to do trash, donate, or give away. And so if they have something that's really good they can give to somebody, it goes in the giveaway box. The donate box, obviously, goes in that box. The trash, boom, they're done. Now that's very helpful for some people, but I've not found that to be a good way for me, because I'll obsess over whether or not what I should do with them. And then when I do decide, I'll never get around to sending the box to the Goodwill, or I'll never get around to having people come over and get the stuff that I wanted to give them, and it just sits there, and then it's not good. Another method people use is I think they call it the Conary Method. You do by category. That was the method I had been using. Actually, that worked pretty good. The Conary Method, they also say you should tell yourself, when you have an item, ask yourself, does it give you joy? On some days, everything gives me joy. On other days, nothing gives me joy. So, it's very dependent upon my mood. So that wouldn't necessarily work for me, but the categories would be helpful. I tried that and it was working, but then I had the pandemic. Some people do good by a challenge. Like, on the first day you throw away 1 item, next day you throw away 2, next day you do 3. If you're bold, you could do it geometric, like first day do 1, then 2, then 4, then 8, then 16. Then by the time you get to 30, you would given away the whole state. But by a challenge that some people are motivated by using a challenge method, and that works for some people. I've heard some people use something called the 20-20 rule. Like if something costs less than $20 or they can find a replacement for it in 20 minutes, they don't bother keeping it. They just get rid of it. Like I'm getting ready to get rid of this this camera that was losing me. A lot of people, one of their biggest issues is paperwork. But if you get a scanner, you can just scan paper, just zip, 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 and put it into files. And it's a really good way to get rid of stuff. Some paperwork is worth keeping, but there's a lot of stuff. I have checkbooks from 1979. I'm hopeless. I need to get rid of them. You also get a lot of motivation if you have a deadline. In fact, if you don't have a deadline, no matter what method you use, it's good to have a deadline. Otherwise, a lot of stuff, it's never ever going to get done. Another method people use is to get a friend, a declutter buddy. If you have a friend that helps you declutter, that's a true friend. But it goes faster when you have people with you. But what about my method? My method that I came up with was, I was finding it very hard to start. And there was always excuses. In my area, you can only throw stuff out once a week on Thursday night. And so Thursday night would come and I'd forget about it. Then it was too late and I had to wait another week. And so nothing would ever get thrown out. But the first thing I decided to do is forget about the rule. If throwing something out on a Tuesday instead of a Thursday is going to cause a problem with all the neighbors, then the neighbors need more problems. I got over that hurdle, and what I decided to do is start with the biggest thing in the house that need to be thrown away. I've not heard anybody talk about that. And every day I get up and I throw away the biggest thing. But that's the first part of the method. The second part of the method is don't miss a day and keep on doing it until you develop a habit. The main part of my method is developing the habit of decluttering, developing the habit of every day getting rid of something. And if you can start with the biggest thing, automatically you can see progress. And it gives you momentum, which we talked about before. And once you have momentum, you're well on your way to developing a habit. Now you're going to say, well, what about after a while you get rid of all the big stuff? Now everything's the same size. Well, if it's kind of small, if it fits in the box, and get a small box, and every day throw out a small box worth of stuff, until pretty soon you're going to be getting rid of almost everything. Then you're going to be left with stuff that you could donate. Well, donate it every day, or sell it every day, or give it away every day. So you want to develop the habit. That is the most important thing, because let's say you use any method and it works and you decluttered your house. If you never develop the habit not to keep things uncluttered, everything is going to go back right where it was before. So the key part of my method is, first of all, start very small by getting rid of the biggest thing you can every single day. And if somebody is standing in your way of throwing stuff out, throw it out anyway. You need to be bold and not feel too bad about getting rid of stuff. In my area, they throw out stuff once a week. If you throw it out very early, like right after they picked up stuff, if it's something good, like let's say the thrift store doesn't want to pick it up, but maybe your neighbors would like it. But if you throw it out early, it gives people time to look at it and see if they want it. Of course, it's not supposed to be out there 7 days. But if it's something really good, it won't be out there 7 days. Put a note on and say, this really works. I just don't need it. Maybe people will pick it up. Put stuff in the laundry room. Put books in, or small kitchen appliances that work in the laundry room, and put a note on it. Say, this works. I don't need it. People will take it, So get rid of stuff you don't need. But the main thing with my method is focusing every day on daily action. taking action every day, developing momentum, acquiring the habit of decluttering until eventually you have everything decluttered and you now have a habit. And if you don't feel like you can do it, think about the other habits you have. Everybody has habits. You brush your teeth every day. You walk the dog every day. You read the paper every day. Well, why can't you have a habit of just decluttering, getting rid of something every day? That's a good habit to have. And eventually you're going to get rid of everything that needs to be gotten rid of, and you can focus on stuff you could donate. Eventually, if you run out of stuff to donate or give away, maybe there's stuff you could repair or fix or make better. Or maybe you have something that's not optimum. It's the wrong size. You should really be better off with something a better size would suit you. Or you don't feel comfortable. It doesn't give you joy. You swap it for something else. So you can make daily improvements in your surroundings every single day. So that's my method that I'm working on. Start with the biggest thing you can and just be bold and take action and get rid of it. And don't have 4 boxes of books in your bedroom for 4.5 years because you think you can use them for firewood in case we have a zombie apocalypse. I'm laughing. We may have one. Who knows? Then who's going to be laughing? Yeah. So that's my method. Focus on developing the habit. Not so much decluttering, but the habit of decluttering, the habit of changing your space and making it better so it suits you, because we may only have one life. This may be it. It probably is. So, you know what? Make your space comfortable and nice to be in, and do something nice for yourself. Make your space reflect who you are. You're a cool person. You should have a cool space. All right, I'm starting to ramble now. Pretty soon there'll be a cover charge. So all right, guys, I'll keep you informed of how it goes, and I think it's going to go good. I'm already seeing the progress, and once I realized I needed to make it to a habit, everything clicked, and it just made sense. So, guys, I hope this gives you joy and you don't throw it out. Take care. See you out there.